Alright everybody, what is going on? We're hopping into a little bit of a challenge run right here. So, you know, the new Kid BUU that's out, he can have his attack lowered. And, you know, the moment I saw that, I said, you know what? We gotta beat this with GT bosses. So that's what we're gonna be doing right here. Now, here's the small issue with GT bosses. Zero Omegas exist on the friends list anywhere, so I did have to pull in a favor, and you know, I pulled in my, oh my goodness, that is so loud. Okay, hang on, let me reconnect the cord here. Give me just a second, guys. Sorry about that, but I had to put in a very special request to get a get an Omega friend up right here. So here he is. We got 20 additional, 9 crit, 8 dodge. We got some nice defensive equips on here. Here's the bad news, right? Because this is my only friend Omega here, I really only have one run at this. So I did decide to bring items. This first phase, you can't debuff him. So if we can just survive this first phase, I think we can get the ball rolling a little bit. Now, as far as which Omega I want to leave on rotation here, because Baby will be here. Yeah, we're going to have to use a Ghost Usher probably back-to-back with this rotation until our Omegas get set up. Unfortunately, that's just what we're going to have to do. So we're going to use one here, and then we'll use another one on turn 3. The question is, who do I want to leave on rotation? Because STR Omega here will not have type advantage, but he does debuff 40%, and he does give full power category allies 2 key and 40% attack support. And then Physical Omega here, he gives only a 20% attack and defense boost, but he'll have type advantage and will be stronger against that second phase. So, not exactly sure which I want to leave on rotation here. I think I'll go with this Omega just because we'll have the 40% from him, and then once we get this Omega on the other rotation, you know, he'll be giving, what, 25%? So that'll be a 65% debuff just straight up right there. And then this guy also debuffs whenever he super attacks on his 18 key, I believe. Actually, it's both. Both of them debuff. So I think once we get these kind of rolling, it'll be good. But unfortunately, you guys now know how the opening rotations go. And I mean, the fact that I'm even going to try to get this done with GT bosses is going to be a miracle. You know, if I was on like a private server or if I had access to infinite Omega friends, I would definitely try this without items. But it's just completely unrealistic to expect me to get this done without using items to at least get my rotation set up. Now, if we had the perfect rotations of like 1 Omega on each rotation and I could just go from there, I probably would just try it just to see if I could get it done. But since we're going to have to wait, what, like basically until turn... It'll be turn 5 before our rotations are what I want them to be. So because of that, I mean, I have to use Ghost Ushers. Man, I really enjoy that intro. The only way they could have made that one better is if his mouth was moving while he was talking. That could have been a little bit better, but okay. So we know that there's not a super, or well, let me rephrase. We know that there is a super attack on this turn, and it's going to be in slot 3 right here, I think. Actually, how's that going to work with this guy being scripted? I'm not entirely sure. Let me grab these orbs right there. We want to try to save as many rainbows for this guy, just in case there is a super attack at the end. So let's grab those. That'll save 3 right here at least. Alright, so we can grab 3 key spheres right there. We'll float off the friend. We'll keep mine on rotation. I think they're both built about the same, so it shouldn't matter too much. I know mine is full dodge, though, so I guess the friend's is more additional based. I don't think that's really going to matter at all either way. The important thing is that we get an Omega on each rotation, and we start stacking these debuffs up, because that's what is going to allow us to win. You know, this Kid BUU does hit pretty hard, and the other thing that we're going to kind of be fighting here is that the GT bosses team is pretty slow. So that's just, it's going to be interesting seeing how this kind of works here. And again, we only have one shot at this, so if I feel like we got enough good footage, then I'll probably just put the video up. But if I feel like, you know, if we need to come back like tomorrow for another run, maybe get one more run in, I'll see if I can do that. So But yeah, again, shout out. I'll just say, you know, shout out to Goresh here for putting his friend Omega up. Very, very appreciative of him throwing that up for me. So, anyway, Omega doing a little bit of damage here. Let's see. Is he going to super here? No, that makes sense because we delayed his first turn. So, okay, interesting. So now we have Int Kid Buu, and again, unfortunately, we are going to have to pop a Ghost Usher here. I mean, there's just nothing I can do about it. All three of these characters would get slaughtered if I did not use this item right here. I don't want to, but it's just like, if I want to have a shot of attempting what I want to do here, I've got to let our turns get set up a little bit first. I mean, after this, we're going to be in this fight for a long time. Don't you guys worry. The GT Bosses team is not known for its damage. So we're going to be here for a little bit, but there was no scenario there where I could put any of those characters in slot 1 and expect them to do anything on this rotation, so... oh yeah, Kid Buu's going to nullify that, right, because that is a melee super attack. Okay. Right here, we could pop this debuff already. Would there be any benefit to doing that or to not doing that? I don't know. I kind of want to leave this Omega on rotation, but I'm also kind of liking how many links we have active here. Who'd we float off? We floated off STR. No, we floated off Rildo. So we'd have Rildo and LR Omega. This guy is giving me, even without links activated, I mean, how much does our defense drop? 303 versus... So it's only a 30k difference in our defense for this guy. I don't think that's going to matter very much. The question is, do I want to use this now or save it? If I use it now, it will cause us to do an attack break, and it will debuff Kid Buu for the turn. I'm just trying to decide if now is the best time to use that or if I should wait until later in the fight. Because this could be, you know, like we want to use that whenever it is imperative that we have the enemy debuffed. And I mean, we already have the debuff from Baby from last turn because that carries over. We have this guy's 25% debuff and we have this guy's 20% debuff. So we've got a lot of debuffs going with the attack at the moment. I think we just need to man up a little bit right here and we need to... One, we need to trust the 17s, but two, we just need to, well, maybe I should have used it. Let's see how much damage we take right here. We do have our damage reduction up. We can't revive on this turn because we're at full HP. So 218, that's not terrible. As long as the 17s dodge at the end, I think we will be okay. I think. We'll see. We'll see. 5 million from Omega. We know that this guy doesn't do a ton of damage. Even after he revives, he's not doing the most ever. That's kind of what makes the GT Bosses team so slow. Where was the debuff, by the way? Well, oh, did it just cancel out? Like, we didn't get an attack raise and we didn't get a debuff? Like, it just canceled itself out right there? I think that's what happened, right? With Omega not... like, he didn't... He lowered his attack, but then Kid Buu also raised his attack. So I guess it just canceled, and then it didn't put the icon up right there. Okay, so that's a 34% chance to dodge one more. Okay, so just dodge one attack, please. Thank you. Perfect. All right, now our rotations are set up. We should be safe on this rotation. I'm not really concerned at all about taking damage, again, because we're going to start rolling these debuffs together. So let's grab these orbs right there. That'll get us some damage reduction. Let's make sure Baby can get a super attack. I do want to leave Baby on rotation because he's going to give Omega big bad bosses. So you can see the friend Omega here is at 411k defense. That is the big bad bosses effect. We're also getting attack support from this STR Omega. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely possible that Kid Buu starts to outpace our debuffs. That is something that could happen. Oh, that's a sweet dodge. That was the friend. Very nice. Garesh's Omega coming in clutch with the dodge. We love that, man. You know, everybody go let him know how clutch his Omega is. Go send him that clip and let him know. Okay, so that time it showed the attack up icon despite us getting the debuff. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. Again, it showed the attack up again there too, but these are debuffing. So I'm wondering if he's just getting more attack than we're debuffing it is what's happening. Okay, the cord cut out here. We super attacked him, 708. We're getting an additional. There it is. Let me fix the audio real quick, guys. There we go. I've gotten pretty quick at that. And we're at double digits. Okay. I mean, it's just kind of a fight of longevity now of who's going to win. So I think I'll leave Rildo on rotation here. Or should I just do this? I mean, there's no real downside to leaving, to doing this right here. Other than we miss out on links with this guy, but I don't know that it's that important. Let's grab those. We have one attack that Rildo has to tank at the end here. But again, we're rolling these debuffs now, so I feel like we're keeping Kid Buu at bay. STR Omega taking double digits was definitely encouraging. Kid Buu is being relentless with slot 1 super attacks right here. But so far, he hasn't been able to do enough damage to even get us into revival range. Okay, now he's starting to get us there. Okay, so he's outpacing us now. But at some point, right, Kid Buu's damage is going to cap, right? Like his 150%, that's going to cap at some point. And then our debuffs actually are going to start applying. So I would like to get to that point sooner rather than later. Interesting. Okay, so this is curious. That's weird. That was like a late notification too. That was very strange. Okay, well, we can get the fusion with the 17s. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Sweet. Okay, so getting Super 17 out is actually probably good here. I don't think he has any like special qualities or anything like that. Like he's not lowering attack or anything, but you know, he's definitely better in this form than he is in his risky dodging form. Let's do this. I'm considering using the active skill on this turn. We do have the revive up now, I believe. Is it anybody can die, or is it Omega who has to die? I can't remember. We do have the revive up here, right? Do we not? How do we get the revive activated? Am I an idiot? Let's see. 50% or less at the start of the character's attacking turn. So yeah, we're barely above the HP condition. By the way, sorry if there was a cut into the 17 active skill. Listen, there was a little pop-up on the screen. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so we had to cut that out right there. I'm going to have to edit this here. Okay. I'm trying to decide if this is the turn that I should use the active skill. We can grab those. That's going to get us our damage reduction. I don't think I'm going to use the active skill here. Let me grab these. And then Kid Buu doesn't do a Ki Blast here. He does like an other, I believe. So we can grab those STR Ki Spheres and heal up. We don't need to worry about 17's like Ki Blast absorption because Kid Buu doesn't do a Ki Blast. That was the first time in a while, by the way, that Kid Buu hasn't immediately supered us in slot 1. So that could be bad. Because so far, Omega's been taking the brunt of the punishment. And like it's worked out really well for us. But like if Baby were to be super attacked right here, it may not end well for us. He's going to have a decent amount of defense, but I don't know if he has the raw stats to be able to tank here. But we do get the dodge. Awesome, Baby. We love you, man. And then he's at double digits on normals. I mean, again, we're having a lot more success here with GT bosses than super bosses. I could have used items to help set up the super bosses, sure, but you know, I feel like GT bosses is slowly kind of getting a handle on this situation here, which is very interesting. Very interesting. This is a good rotation. I know it looks bad, but this is actually a good rotation here. Because, like, we have a 25% debuff, a 20% debuff, and a 40% debuff here. So what is that? An 85% attack debuff is going on right now. So we're just pretty much untouchable on this rotation. Let's grab these. We'll start healing up a little bit with some same type orbs. And then I'll save the AGL orbs for next turn. Actually, no. Let me clear out the AGL orbs to group up these rainbows a little bit better. I think that'll be the play here. This might do a little bit of... No, well, we have an 85% debuff going, right? Plus the Baby debuff, plus the Omega debuff from last turn. I can't... yeah, we're at double digits. Look at this. We've taken control of the fight right here, guys. Kid Buu can't do anything. What's he gonna do to us? What's he gonna do? This might be an hour-long video before I'm able to do enough damage to take out Kid Buu here, but I mean, you know, what's he gonna do? He double-digit super, like, Omega just tanked Kid Buu's super attack for double digits. I mean, I'm just saying, you know, I wouldn't have used items, just to clarify. I only used items because we got the double leader rotation. If we had just gotten Omega and Omega, like, you know, on turn 1 and turn 2, I wouldn't have used items, and we probably still would have been in this spot right here. Would have taken a little bit more luck, but we probably still would have ended up in this exact same spot, just depending on how our rotations broke. And I'd say we're doing pretty good here. Let's grab these. I want to try to save as many AGL orbs for Rildo as possible. Let's grab those right there for Baby. And then this isn't going to quite full heal us, but that's going to give us a lot of healing right there. Very nice. Oh, it did. It did pretty much full heal us right there. Cool. So yeah, I mean, we do have a support memory buff up as well. I mean, we are using items, but at the same time, guys, it is... Listen, it is GT bosses. I tried to use a support memory with super bosses too, didn't I? I tried to use one for them as well, I think. Didn't I use the Zamasu one? Oh, Kid Buu, you're a baby, man. What are you doing? This is GT bosses. This is the team everybody makes fun of, little guy. Come on. Listen, I know we used some items, but we used items on 2 turns, right? Like, we 2 turns had items. We are now on turn 9. Turn 9 is the turn we're on now. So, what's Kid Buu doing, man? What is he doing? You know, does he want to hurt me sometime today? I mean, he's welcome to try to do something to me. Oh, no rainbow orbs. That's interesting. This is probably the best turn then to use the active skills. So let's go ahead and we'll pop this, because this is when we're probably at our weakest. So let's go ahead. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so yeah, we're totally safe on this rotation now. Not concerned at all. Yeah, pretty bad break with the rainbow key spheres on this turn, but sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes, you know. We do have the Dokkan attack, which is going to help because we are whittling him down very slowly. So let's go ahead. We'll boom, 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 boom. Maybe I should have put physical Omega in slot 1 for this Dokkan attack, but I don't know. I feel like LR Omega is probably going to do more damage overall. Maybe? I don't know, actually. Maybe physical Omega would have been the better choice for the Dokkan attack here. You guys let me know. I mean, we're probably going to get a second one. I would not be surprised. Okay, so we did 500k damage so far in this turn. That we did 9.5 on the Dokkan attack, which was just barely enough to get rid of the healing that he did at the start of turns. So we're doing little bits at a time here. There's a 3 million. I would like a triple from Omega. We at least got a double. Okay. I'll take the double. The double is acceptable. We take those. We take those. Very good. Very good, Omega. He's supering physical Omega. I can't imagine this is going to do any damage to us with the amount of debuffing that we have going on, but we'll see. We do have type advantage too. 298. Okay, that's fine. That's actually good because it can get us closer to the revive. Once we get the revive with one of the Omegas, that'll help us out with our damage as well because he does get that additional super attack. And I believe he's super... No, is he super effective against all types after he gets like 10 attacks? Is that what it is? I think that's what it is. So, but the revival will move us closer to that if we haven't gotten it already. This should be double digits. Yeah, that's pretty free double digits. Okay, 17, you can eat these. That's okay, man. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm pretty confident on this turn. Maybe I'm getting overly cocky here, but we do not have any rainbow orbs, which is pretty bad, but let's grab these. That'll get us an 18-key super attack. And again, I can't imagine that he's KOing us. Oh, I forgot that we got the full heal from the Dokkan attack. I mean, physical Omega is going to have like a way lower defensive stat than Baby's going to have on this turn. So I can't imagine Kid Buu's going to do anything. I'm surprised Kid Buu hasn't capped out on his damage yet. Like, it keeps showing that it's going up, right? This might do a little bit of damage to us. We'll see. But, I mean, this is the most damage he can do to us on the turn. 500k, that's definitely a lot. That's a lot, but everybody else in this rotation is at double digits. Like, we know this. We know that everybody else in the rotation is at double digits. So if Kid BUU doesn't just, like, one-shot our characters, not much he can really do. Oh, we got the debuff. We're officially at the point to where we can debuff Kid BUU now. So he's fully built up his attack, and now all of these debuffs are going to start to land, like, real. Yeah, see? Now the attack... Yep, So Kid BUU is fully built up as far as he's going to go with his attack, I believe, and it's capped out. And so now all these debuffs that we're getting are going to be, like, real, so to speak. Cool. We love that. We do have the revival now as well. What do I want to do here? Like, we could very easily get the full heal. We don't really need to give all of these to Rildo. I wouldn't mind if we got KO'd here. I do want to leave this guy on rotation for the debuffing. But I am floating the other Omega. So maybe I'll do this. Yeah, let's do this. I will give these orbs to Omega. I could give them to Rildo, but we get the full heal either way. This shouldn't do... Like, if he were to super Rildo, it might do some damage to us. But I'm just going to pray that we're going to be okay here. Maybe I should put Rildo in slot 1, giving all of those to him. Nope, I made the correct call. Yep, Cool. The only problem is that we're on turn 12, and we've done 2 bars of health to Kid BUU. That is the issue we are facing currently. We are fighting an uphill damage battle right here. But our debuffs are landing now, which is really, really good. So, yeah, I mean, I could go into, like, a hyper speed mode and just, like... Because I am probably going to edit this, so I could, you know, cut all this down. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see how long the end video ends up being here, and then I'll decide if I want to cut it down from there. All right, sweet. Get the triple. We need the triple, because this guy's going to heal 9 million damage every single turn. So we need to start, like, we need the triples. Oof, that was only a double. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to keep rocking this. This has worked. You know, don't change what's working. So let's grab this. I'll try to save this nice string right here for next rotation. So let's grab, oh, but I need the 18 key. Dang, oh, man, that sucks. I mean, I need the 18 keys, so we got to grab those. Let me grab those with Super 17. Okay. Okay. Please Super Omega again. That would be really good. That would be really cash money of you to Super Omega. The friend Omega looking pretty good here. He's definitely doing his job. We're making our way through Kid BUU here very slowly. Very slowly we are... You know, we're doing it. We're doing it. One health bar at a time. Every 10 turns, we get 1 health bar down, man. Let me know if you guys thought I would get this far. Let me know if this is meeting or exceeding your expectations of how far we would get. This might kill us. I don't know if Baby's going to tank this or not. We have a lot of debuffs going. We have a lot of links active. And we died. So there's the end of the run right there. I could have used Omega's active skill. But yeah, I mean, that's what happens. We get 23 minutes into the run and we die. So that was it. That was GT bosses versus the Kid BUU red zone. With a little bit of luck, we could have gotten that done, but you know, that was going to become a problem at some point, right? Kid BUU's damage gets to a point to where even if you're debuffing it, his supers are hitting so hard that if you don't dodge it, or if Omega doesn't eat it, 17 could probably eat it as well because he has so much damage reduction once he's built up, that if one of those characters isn't eating the super attack, like, you're just going to die. So that's what happened here. We got unlucky. You know, we had 2 characters. We had Baby and we had Rildo. And if one of them ate the super attack, you know, that's GG for us. Now, here's the thing, right? There is one other GT Bosses character that I could put on the team that I have not acquired yet. Hopefully the cord comes back by the time I get to them. But we do have this GT Cell and Frieza in the Battlefield Memory Shop right here. I actually can't afford them, and I don't know if I'll be able to. Because of how they're accelerating the global battlefields, they've actually been skipping several. So we're missing out. I mean, we get what? About, I can't remember. It's like, how much battlefield currency do you get per battlefield? It's like 400k or something like that. I can't remember exactly off the top of my head, but it's somewhere between like 350 and 400k battlefield currency that we get per battlefield, I think. Let me just see. Does it show me if I go to battlefield? Will it show me? The cord is getting tired towards the end here. You know, it did one full video and now it's like, we're kind of done here. So it doesn't show in the missions. Does it show in like the anywhere? Hang on. All right, so I just I pulled up the battlefield page here from the Dokkan info site. So we've got 26,000 from stage 1. What is that? 34. 34 plus 23 is 57. So plus 57 is 83,000. And then 28, 28, 28, and 28. What is that? 28 and 28 is 56. So that would be 112,000 from those. And then plus 45,000 from the boss. So 240,000 battlefield currency is how much that we are missing out. And then plus we get about 4 sets of the weekly missions usually, maybe 3 or 4. And from each of those we get an additional, what is it, 7,000. So we're missing out on potentially an extra 28,000 or so, give or take. Maybe... you know, on like a good one, we get 5 runs of it. So potentially about 260, 275,000 battlefield currency that we're missing out on per battlefield that they skip. And I believe they've skipped about 3 so far. So let's just say 260,000, right? Multiplied by 3. I mean, we've missed out on 780,000 battlefield currency as of this time. So, you know, whenever Truth says something like, oh, you global players had access to that 2nd anniversary banner where you could summon... First of all, I was barely playing during the 2nd anniversary, let alone, like, spending money like crazy on a game that I was just trying out. But 2... you know, we're talking about saving, what are we talking about? Over 3 battlefields so far, we're at 780. I mean, if they want to catch us up, you know, they might have to skip a few more. We're going to be well over 1 million battlefield currency that we're missing as they're catching us up on global. And, where's like the shop? Can I pull up the shop on here? I forgot I already had it plugged in, but yeah, if we scroll over here, right, to the battlefield shop, there's a million things in here now. You know, each of these medals costs 3,000. How many does it take to awaken the Ginyu Force, right? Because that's pretty much all it would be used for, right? So 7 and 70. So 77 multiplied by 3,000, right? So 77,000 multiplied by, what do we say? All right, no, I'm sorry. Dang it, dude. You guys can't even see my calculator. You guys can't see my fumbling. So, yeah, 77 multiplied by 3,000. So, 231,000. So, 1 battlefield, right? And we're already behind the amount that Truth is saying, like, oh, you go to blah. Because he's pretty much like the only person who uses these. I guess LR Gohan uses those medals too, and there's a few other characters that use them. But, like, listen, this is not a... oh, well, you know, we should just be happy that Global's caught up. It's like, no, we're going to be caught up, but we're going to be incapable of catching up ever because they're going to keep releasing stuff on the JP schedule of, you guys have an extra 2 million battlefield currency. We can push out these units and charge you 500k for them, you know? Whereas we're missing out on, like I said, like 2 million battlefield currency potentially. I mean, I don't know how many they're going to have to skip to catch us up, but... you know, we're going to be missing out. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to buy a copy of these guys because, you know, I definitely want to get LR Bobbity and BUU, but, you know, like, so I could have brought these guys. They're not the best ever. The cord is really just like, it's given up at this point. But they don't even have like a debuff or anything in here, do they? They have some support, I guess. You know, I could have brought them maybe over, and they're definitely their type advantage, and they do launch additional super attacks when the enemy's in the attack down status. So these guys could have been probably a help. You know, our biggest struggle was damage. Maybe instead of bringing Rildo, I could have brought these guys, right? And that could have helped with the damage a ton. But I simply can't afford them. And I've played pretty much. I actually have played every battlefield since the game's release. So, well, the mode's release. So. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, shout out to Goresh for dropping the Omega on the friends list. You know, we wouldn't be here if it were not for him, so we got to go throw... I guess I could... I mean, I don't know if I should show... I mean, listen, you know, I'm not going to show it, but just shout out to Goresh here, throwing it up on the friends list. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'm going to catch you guys next time.